Today we'll discuss about the rules of interest on capital. Before we start up, I would like to remind you that my previous video was on the difference between the charge and appropriation. It is very important to know the difference between charge and appropriation before we start up with the rules of interest on capital. So don't forget to watch my previous video. Now let's begin. Interest on capital. Let us understand what is capital first. Capital is the amount invested by the partners in the business. Now the question arises, why interest on capital be given to the partners? So, partners actually bear the risk of losing their capital in the business. There are a lot of risk in the business. So, instead of investing in the business, if the partners would have invested in the bank, they would have got the fixed interest. That is why the interest on capital as a benefit is given to the partners for bearing the risk of losing their capital in the business. Now let us understand the nature of the interest on capital. There are two points of view. First, firm's point of view, and the other one is partner's point of view. From the firm's point of view, nature of interest is expense. And from the point of view of partners, it should be considered as income. Now, if we have to consider it as an expense and we are maintaining the firm's books of accounts, then the interest will be shown on the debit side of profit and loss appropriation account. No doubt, if it's an appropriation, there should be always profit in the organization. Only then it can be given. Then if we'll be making the partner's capital account, there it will be shown as the income on the credit side of the partner's capital account. And we'll be discussing about partner's capital account later. Now let's discuss about various rules of interest on capital. Case number 1. If there is no partnership deed, no interest on capital should be provided to the partners. And case 2. If there is partnership deed and the partnership deed is allowing interest on capital, then it will be given as per the ratio decided, the rate decided in the partnership deed. But there are different rules related to case number 2. Let's discuss in detail. So the case number 2, once again let's discuss. When partnership deed provides for interest on capital, but it is silent about the treatment, that is whether it should be considered as charge or as an appropriation. So it's a point where the student has to take the decision. So when the partnership deed is silent, then always consider it as an appropriation. Appropriation means it should be given only when there is a profit in the organization. So after taking this decision of taking it as an appropriation, we need to find out whether the business has incurred loss or there is profit. So if the business has incurred loss, then no interest on capital will be provided, right? And when there is the profit earned by the organization, then we have to further scan that whether the profits are sufficient, that is the amount of profit is sufficient to pay the full amount of interest, or we have to find out whether the profits are insufficient to make the payment of interest on capital. So once after finding out the sufficient profit, then full interest on capital be given to the partners. But in case if the profits are insufficient, then there are 3 steps which are to be followed up. The step number 1, first of all, calculate the interest on capital. Step number 2, find the ratio of amount of interest on capital. Means the interest on capital of partners should be calculated as per the rule, and then the ratio of amount of interest on capital be calculated. step number 3, the ratio so calculated in the step number 2 will be used to divide the insufficient profits between the partners under the heading interest on capital. I repeat, the ratio so calculated in step number 2 will be used to divide the insufficient profit. The insufficient profit will be divided between the partners under the heading interest on capital. Right? Now see, once again, let's work upon it once again just to see. This is the chart which shows that the partnership deed, if it is silent, then find out whether it is a charge or appropriation. After deciding that if it is silent, we have to decide that it is to be considered as an appropriation. Then we have to scan whether the firm has earned loss or the profit. If the firm has incurred loss, then no interest be given. But if there is a profit, then there can arise two conditions. Number 1, sufficient profit or insufficient profit. If the profits are sufficient, then full interest be given. Whereas in case of insufficient profit, first of all, follow these 3 steps. First, calculate the interest on capital. Then find the ratio between the amount and the interest so calculated will be used to divide this insufficient profit between the partners under the heading interest on capital. Let's further discuss. Now in this case number 3, please see that when the partnership deed provides for interest on capital and clearly informs that it is to be treated as charge, then full interest on capital be given. So dear students, please see that the charge, this decision is being given in the partnership deed that the interest on capital has to be treated as charge. So when it is to be treated as a charge, see that it becomes a compulsory expense. When it is a compulsory expense, it has to be paid in full, right? So when we have to treat it as charge, we have to scan the 2 conditions. The firm may incur loss or may have profit. In both the cases, whether there is a profit or loss, there is full amount of interest be given. Now see that a question arises which account should be prepared at this point of time. So when there is a loss, interest on capital be debited to profit and loss account. Similarly, if there is a profit, then also there is a need to debit the interest on capital on the profit and loss account. It means in both the cases we have to prepare profit and loss account because all charges are shown in the profit and loss account on the debit side, right? So we should be very careful about the nature of interest on capital, whether it has to be considered as charge or appropriation. With this, I would like to wind up, and please see that in the next video I'll be discussing the questions based on